Hello, everyone, and welcome to the top 4 of Destiny Weekend. I'm Zach.
And I'm Steven.
And on the left, we have Eric Wainright running Rey double Padawan, and on the right, we have Rand Anderson running Elite Emperor Palpatine.
Emperor Palpatine. You know, there's a lot of talk about Emperor Palpatine. Was he ever going to be a competitive part of the game, or just forever casual, as many players thought? And it seems that Palpatine has consistently made a splash this tournament season. This is really the first Spirit tournament, really quite recently after that set released. So this is new stuff. Like, we are right here on the ground floor of the new set being explored. And wow, on some guns.
Crazy stuff happened. Palpatine rolls discard. So Eric proceeds to play Vibra Knife, which has ambush on one Padawan for 1, because they get -1 for the first weapon upgrade played on them.
Yeah.
Played Ray's Staff on the other one, so taking 2 cards out. Then Rand re-rolls, rolls into damage. So now Palpatine's showing 4 ranged. He resolves both. Eric also has to now do the 2 from each die resolving from Palpatine's ability, because when he resolves a die, he gets 2. Your opponent has to do 2 damage to their characters divided as they wish.
That's a
wild exchange. Discard didn't even happen.
Oh, look at that. But look at all the sticks coming up here. We've got
and
resources
stones,
and money.
Ooh, high ground out of Palpatine.
He controls the battlefield, remove a die.
And do a damage to that character.
Wow. Man, that's crazy. Now, what was curious to me is that we had 2 shields on Padawan down
Journals
here.
of Ben Kenobi.
And there's the journals. I love Eric so much.
So good.
Oh, man, we had 2. So he chose 2 shields down here on the bottom Padawan.
Yep.
And then put the redeploy weapon on that Padawan. Put the Rey Staff on the most vulnerable Padawan. That's confusing to me.
Well, I think when you're going into the Palpatine match, you know that when he resolves his dice, you get to put the damage somewhere. So effectively, and actually, Vibra Knife doesn't have redeploy.
Oh, that's right.
It just has ambush.
I'm so used to that holdout blaster.
Yeah, that holdout blaster just...
Can you imagine if it did have redeploy?
I can.
I'm sorry.
It would be unbelievable. So really a just fascinating exchange. And you see the damage being divided here across Eric's character. And this is how Palpatine plays out, right?
Yeah.
He does some damage. You want to put the damage on the other things. And the problem this presents for a lot of people is, looks like we're getting some damage here on
there's all the
Palpatine, some
damage.
resources.
But now we're going to get the claim to heal, too. So don't forget that that's going to happen.
And Rejuvenate, going to spot a blue character, heal 1. So what happens, though, is Palpatine gets these characters to like 4 or 5 damage each.
Yep.
And then it's like all of a sudden a single No Mercy can just like kill Rey, and you still have to do the 2 damage to something else. I've been in positions where, you know, they just have to roll enough damage showing and then resolve it, and no matter how I divide it, I'm going to have to kill my characters. So
this is fantastic. Very thematic, too, because Palpatine is essentially taking on your entire board the entire game. And it feels like Palpatine is above the one-on-one action. It feels like he is kind of lurking in the background, just making things bad for everybody. And that is a really well-accomplished design, in my opinion, for sure.
Yeah, and given that Rand's only got 1 character with Palpatine, it's high risk, high reward. Rolls here 2 damage and a blank, and if Eric had like a deflect, that's just a crazy exchange, right?
Oh, it's so good. There's 3 more down to the
Palpatine rolled a 3. It would have been, yeah. So you can see, like, Palpatine has 2 dice at this point. If Eric had been playing, if any deck plays a slightly more control game.
Yeah, you need the control there.
All right, gonna go ahead and willpower 1 over to Palpatine.
Willpower coming up, so 3 on 1. And actually getting any damage on Palpatine is disproportionately great because he is the single character, you have the lowest value in the game. And there goes another one, so removing that one with a guard. See you later?
Yeah, guard, so he removes the melee damage and removes 1 of Palpatine's dice. An incredible add. Eric has been playing Rey Padawan since Awakenings.
Yeah,
since literally the game came out.
Lightbow comes on.
Excellent. I love watching these weapons get upgraded on these Padawans. But yeah, I remember talking to him before the tournament, and he was just saying, like, I built this last night, haven't played it once, but I felt like I was replacing pretty okay cards for really great cards in my deck.
That's always what you want to be doing. And there we got a focus and a special on the Lightbow, so that's good. Can just drop 3 damage. Got a +2 there from Rey.
Needs some melee showing.
And of course we have the book, so we could draw here, which is exactly what we're going to do. Look at that. And what does he have?
It's just a reroll, right? It's just like a free reroll.
It looks like he's excited about playing it. Yeah, it's just going to be a reroll here. Boy, it's very tempting to overwrite that Vibra Knife right now for me.
Or that lightsaber.
I think that Padawan is a little too close to
the problem is he's got the Vibra Knife in the pool.
Yeah, that's true.
So he wants to use it, which he gets it. He has the 1 now, and he has a focus. So he can do a lot of damage here, and that's what his deck does. You see it every time. You don't think he can do it every time, but slowly but surely he builds his board, and he's doing lots of damage each round.
Really consistent.
Just bam.
And just throwing all that damage over there, Palpatine, and then 3
more from the bow. So, I mean,
wow.
Now we're at 11 on Palpatine,
And
but if you look across the board, like, you have a Padawan with 2 left, a Padawan with 5 left.
Oh, and there it is. That's why you didn't do it.
Maker.
That's why you didn't do it.
And Rey's only got 6 left. So really Rand, and he's got 4 speed, so he could easily roll into some damage. If he has no mercy, right? It's like use 4 speed, resolve the damage, resolve your other die, whatever it's showing, and like wipe out Rise again? Does he have enough? Oh, he's doing it.
Yeah, he did.
Pay
he
5,
5 resources.
heal 5.
I was
play
curious
a blue upgrade
why
from
he
your
would discard
pile.
a Force Lightning to do that, and now it's like, oh, okay, because you're going to spend the 5 on Rise again anyway, and now he has the Force Lightning in the discard pile, but he's going for Force Push instead.
He wants that damage.
Yeah, he's going to turn, and you can also, this is control too, so this is going to slow down the damage curve a little bit for Palpatine, allow him to utilize the battlefield, utilize all of his healing effects, and there's a Holdout Blaster. So we got 2 actions coming here.
It's a swoosh town. Swoosh town, watch it.
So now you're essentially, I mean, you have a pretty decent shot at, I think you could maybe go pretty far with this roll. Didn't do it there.
Well, I think
damage potential there is big.
Depending on what he's got in his hand, if he has guard, he just needs melee in the pool, right?
Yeah, that's
he
true.
He needs money
that's
to be able to play his
right.
other control cards.
That's exactly right.
So I think that's what he was going after here, and we'll see what he ends up doing. All right, we got a focus, 2 blanks, and a range damage.
All right, so there's the range on Palpatine. I feel like we need a deflect here. We really would love a deflect.
And if you don't have it, you roll that Padawan and get 1 with a Force in the pool.
You definitely don't have it. And there's a 3 card. Boy, that would have been handy.
Yeah, and so this is interesting, right? Because if you resolve a Palpatine die, Eric can actually use the 2 on his Padawan to get rid of it and get another 1 with a Force this round.
Yeah,
oh man,
right.
more 2 discard there showing. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and Palpatine still holding on to that gun, has a focus on Force speed too. What an incredible die that ultimately is. And could just go right into gun and shoot 6 and do 4 spread out indirectly. So
that's a lot of damage, man.
That's a wild amount of damage.
You've got Eric here. Look at the number of dice just out. It's crazy.
And there
he is. Focus to a 3.
Going to 6s. So now we have to do something here, basically. I mean, this is pretty serious.
Let's see what he does.
Does Eric have anything? Looks like we got some caution. So 3 shields to something. All right.
So
fair enough.
He's going to get to choose where that Palpatine extra damage goes.
Yeah.
Which those 3 shields are going to help with immensely. Gets rid of a Ray die that was blank. He's doing 3 to Ray.
And could do 3 more, right? And just kill Ray.
Absolutely. So he's taking 2 shields here. He's doing 3 more to Ray.
There's the dead Ray. Holdout's going to go
Holdout's
over.
going to move. And he's doing 1 on the shield.
And then has to do 1 more somewhere else.
And he goes up to 6 over there. Man, that is nervous town. I like putting it on that Padawan that's already about to go.
That's fascinating.
So this next turn, you could potentially roll that in.
And maybe even replace it right here.
Yeah, with like another 1 with the Force.
Yeah, see you later.
It'd be super good.
But still, look, we have Palpatine on 6 damage only.
Yep, it was 11. That's what's nuts.
Nothing. That is nothing. But we do have a lot of damage potential on the board, and I think
unbelievable amounts of damage potential.
And that's what seems to be happening in these Palpatine versus 3 character decks for sure. Is he'll check out pretty quick, and then you just have plenty of time. Discard's going to hurt, though.
Yeah, technically here, Eric could do, with the dice showing on the board, 9 damage.
And we'll see if he does. Ooh, there's a Laser Eyes Ben.
I think we're showing 5, 6 right now total.
Yeah, we're showing 6.
Which is a lot. I mean, it's going to heal him
to
more
rejuvenate.
Here. And
Don't you love it?
Just claim and do it again, too. Oh, man.
Here's
Hero
BB-8.
of the Resistance, BB-8. I saw him play this in so many games and was just every time impressed with what it was doing. Just
there's a focus right there, man.
Just give me 2 more damage.
Here's the question. Would you pay 1 to turn that Padawan die to any side right now?
Yes.
Okay, well then why are we not playing this card?
Well, BB-8 gets the reroll special that rerolls his dice and something else. He also has a focus and a disrupt and a resource.
And look at it just go to 12 damage just like that. This is coming down to the wire, man.
That's what I'm saying, though. So Palpatine here, honestly, right? So if he rolls damage, he can kill the 1 Padawan. And he has to do Eric has to do 2 against the other thing. Oh, man.
Dads, look at that.
Well, so even in this situation, right? He can resolve range damage, resolve against Palpatine.
He's got a Force speed coming, too. See if he can do some real shenanigans.
Man, oh, man.
Eric Rare's got the deflect, though. I see it in his hand. He finally got the deflect.
Magic. That's a moneymaker in this moment.
You definitely have to have that deflect.
Oh, my God.
Nailed it.
Wow. Rand rolled exactly what he needed,
That's
honestly,
14. That Palp's at 14 now, right?
I saw willpower in Eric's hand.
No way.
Willpower's in his hand. So all Eric has to do is survive.
All right, so Force speed. Now here's where things could get
saucy. Yeah, because he could reroll into damage here.
That would be
just
wild.
No mercy.
Okay.
He's got it. For 3.
He's going to discard them all to kill that Padawan.
He does 5, and then...
He's got exhaust. He's got exhaust to do the.
Oh my goodness!
He's got exhaust to do the willpower. That wasn't a Palpatine. He didn't have to do 2 damage.
So now effectively,
Eric just needs his character turned.
Yeah,
right here.
As long as Rand doesn't have something in his hand here.
And look, he probably thinks he just got so lucky. No damage showing.
Gonna reroll.
He rerolls it. It's
Blanks.
over. Willpower happens.
Oh my goodness!
He's not doing it. Or he just did it a different way.
I think he just changed it to use the focus.
Okay, so just did it the old-fashioned way. I think it's way more fun to have willpower there, right?
I do too. All right, game 2. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding.
Let's get right into it.
He's ready to roll, baby.
Palpatine just rolling right in.
Man, that was on the edge too, right?
Very
And you
much
can imagine
on edge.
too, if he had that No Mercy. Well, I guess he didn't have resources because he played Rise Again the turn before.
Yeah, and that's pretty fair, right? I mean,
That is why it costs 5.
There's a raise staff for 1 on Padawan.
Man, the economy of these Padawans is ridiculous.
I'm starting to fall in love here.
I'm surprised you haven't been on Padawans for.
Well, I tried.
It's like a mini Qui-Gon die with an ability.
It is. It really is.
That was pre-Vibro Knife though, so to be honest.
Things have changed. 2 to the Padawan and then 2 to Rey. So I don't know which one was voluntary. I think Padawan was the determined damage and then Rey was the voluntary damage. There's a replace immediately with the Force protection.
That's really good against Palpatine.
Just going to go to Shield City and just hitting those guns.
Eric has a deflect in hand.
And not going to be able to use it.
But
Lux gets 3 shields for his trouble.
Yep, 2.
And there's 3 and 2 off.
So
now we're going to start chaining out some shields, though. We'll see how this one plays.
Probably going to put 3, right over there.
3 on the Padawan.
That Force protection here is so good against Palpatine.
Is it coming back? I had 1 in my Worlds deck, but I'm not sure that I liked it.
This deck is a weird deck because it can econ up so easily.
Yeah.
And so it actually, 3 cost upgrades in this deck makes sense. Oh man, another high ground on turn 1.
High ground is just wrecking.
I love the idea of Palpatine having the high ground.
Of course he has the high ground. Doesn't he always have the high ground?
That's right.
He's got the Senate.
Back to the prequels, here we go. Get the high ground on Yoda.
Some of the best moments in Star Wars, sure.
Yeah. You will try. That's for Ryan.
We got a roll there.
All right, looks like a blank and a discard.
More discardies. You think Eric's running?
Look at the shield. He's
just got the money.
And I'm telling you, man.
Think Palp Deck's running Intimidate? Probably should, right? I don't know. It's hard to find slots these days for those kinds of cards.
30 cards is not many. Looks like we're discarding a card here.
Never a discard. I love
the discard. Got rid of one of the Rise Again.
That's totally fine. That is totally fine.
Gonna gain in money. Eric he has the deflect in hand. That's why he's not re-rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely keep that. And I think that's going to put... So between the shields Eric has and the deflect, I think it's going to be... Ooh, nice. Dark Presence. We did draft at this Destiny weekend, and that was one of my favorite cards in the draft.
It's a killer card. Absolutely killer card.
That card with Probe Droid.
Ooh.
It's beautiful.
And there we go. Ooh, we got the shields again and 2 damage. How good. Now we need... A single gun here would be devastating.
A discard would actually be really good for him.
That would be very good. Let's see. It looks like Rand wanting to do an upgrade here first.
Oh,
there he is. He is running it. No, wait, not Intimidate. Isolation.
I was like, whoa.
One character died down.
All right, so now if he rolls a discard in with Palpatine, the 1 die would go. So he's going to go ahead and spend that.
Isolation, incredible card, by the way. It's only getting better, and I love these kind of like basic first set cards that were pretty good, but are actually getting better over time. Great answer to POMAS. It's one of the only consistent answers to just character dice that could be problematic. And I'll tell you one thing we're learning about Destiny, Zach. I know that you're learning this as well. The potential of a die is being considered. There's Dark Presence going to trigger here, and there. See you later, Ray. The potential that a die could do is worth considering beyond what face it's on.
Sure.
Right? So like you see a blank die and you might still want to remove that just because you know that with various chaining effects and whatnot, you need to go ahead and get it off the board.
All right, special here with the 2 damage on the Palp die and 2 shields.
Is that the deflect coming in?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the deflect.
That's a 5 damage swing. You're doing 1 to Palpatine and saving yourself. Oh, man.
But hello, Force Lightning.
Man, imagine if you had that deflect. He's going to maybe roll like a 3 or a 4 in with this bad boy.
And there's Sith Holocron.
And gets a 3.
He gets the 3 for 1, though, right?
Yeah.
3 for 1.
He's got the money, though.
He's got the cash.
But it's not a Palp die, so you saved 4 and did 1. I think that's still the right play.
Yeah, still worth it. There's the hand-carded Libo. What a card, by the way.
That is unbelievably good.
Just so good. Grabbing 2 shields, looks like, for the Palpster.
and do 2 damage.
Man, Randy's in all of these special
Yeah, so those
tokens.
are like holiday shield tokens from the compatible with X-Wing from a year or 2 back. And the blue damage is actually a prototype of one of the Saga tokens. We gave that at our first Destiny tournament.
Yeah, that's cool. It's really cool.
So he's got the Force. I think Force Protection is obnoxiously annoying against Palpatine.
Well, certainly, yeah, because it's such a universal curve. The curve is high, like he's doing a lot of damage, but at the sacrifice of doing it to non-specific targets.
Yeah.
So shields are actually disproportionately good in that kind of an instance because you're just subtracting from the number. You're not having to worry about the order in which the damage falls down.
Oh man, this is a lot of damage potential here.
Yeah, that was a good plus right there, and get the holocron back out on Palp. And Eric's still just going to be sitting on a lot of damage on the board here.
Yeah, he really needs to upgrade that light bow into like a lightsaber or a one with the Force at some point soon.
Yeah, 6 damage shown. And there we go, going to kick off some
Here comes the
moves.
pain.
And there's a couple more damage, so moving to a 3. And do we have a claim here to heal a damage?
I think Palp already claimed.
Did he already claim?
Yeah, he took one off.
Alrighty.
So getting rid of the Force throw, and I kind of feel like Eric's a touch behind here.
He is a touch behind. And man, I gotta tell you, it's hard to ditch that Force throw against Palpatine.
Yeah, it's real good.
Getting that on the board for those Palpatine dice is so incredible. It's very hard to get rid of that.
Also, I will say lightning is so good. All right, double action. This is
double action on the vibro knife.
This is what you needed. There it is.
Yeah, there's the
there he
lightsaber.
is. I like this a lot. So you can roll in with that Padawan now.
Yeah, you got 1 action left. Should he? I don't know. It's a good boy. Palpatine is just showing the goods. By the way.
Well, yeah, and part of the problem here is he's going to roll in. If he rolls a blank, that lightning's going to get obnoxious. He didn't roll a blank, thankfully. If you roll a blank, you can use that lightning and do 1, remove the blank,
and then re-roll it.
Yeah,
right?
and I think that's why rolling in with that Padawan was good. He only has 1 health left.
Yeah.
So if he does do a lightning,
lightsaber moves over.
Yeah, he is going to do the lightning. Just going to do it. Using special, so we're going to holocron as well. Force illusion.
There goes the Force illusion coming in.
That card is insanity.
Essentially, one time, as I understand it, right? One time, whenever you would take any amount of damage, you can discard cards to the top of your deck to prevent that much damage.
That's right. So if they do they have 2 black melee damage showing, then that you can only use it on one of those 2.
Yeah.
But if it was a 2 and a +3, you could discard the top 5.
Like Ray likes to do many times.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So basically, it's just kind of an interesting shield mechanic, trading cards for damage very directly, which is the 2 win conditions of the game. So it's a pretty fascinating little thing here. I wonder if we'll see more cards of that too, where you discard things from your deck to do powerful stuff.
Because that is a limited resource.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure that Luke is going to be exploring that.
All right, we're discarding 2, which is going to be 2 discard and 2 damage. And I know...
Oh, baby.
Oh, there was the one with the Force.
There's the one with the Force.
I know he probably wanted to... Now he's done the damage, so he can actually use those shields on that Force protection. So you kind of want to wait, but also Palpatine can't not do all the damage.
Yeah, it just kind of happens, right? He's obsessed with power.
You have to just kind of go for it. And again, though, not much is moving here.
We got a Padawan off the board, I'll tell you that. But Palpatine is not ticking up fast enough at this point.
And now I think this is the opportunity for Eric. He needs probably a resource on Ray to trigger that 3 on the lightsaber, and a +2 would be great.
Ooh, there's a plus here. So, a lot of plus damage
and
here.
And a 1.
And there's Rejuvenate, so just healing the damage.
Click down 1.
Just 1 at a time.
That's how he builds. Rerolling.
Rerolling with the willpower, yeah.
I think all right, keeping the sure damage, rolls a blank and a plus.
Missed it.
A lot of damage potential missed here.
That's a problem.
Let's see what he has. Oh
and
no,
feel your anger. Oh no, taking away the +2 and the vibro knife.
So just 2 damage. Palpatine's going to claim and heal 1. And that's going to be the turn.
Wow, that's not enough. Eric just needed a little bit more off the top of those dice.
His deck seemingly started off a little slow here. He didn't have nearly as many upgrades as I've seen him get. And Rand, on the other hand, has a much better board going. He had the holocron.
Yeah, holocron makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, he had the holocron into lightning.
Imagine that.
Weird.
There it comes again, of course, the never-ending pain that is Sith learning new abilities.
That's right.
It just never stops.
They thirst for knowledge.
There's the Makashi training. Not going to be hugely beneficial for its ability this game.
Just for the pluses, though.
+2, +2, +1, and that's where that Force illusion is going to be able to have a pretty big impact on this.
I was actually watching the game before this, and he had Makashi. It was Eric versus Vader, and Makashi just single-handedly wrecks Vader.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? He never studied the manuals. It's why didn't you learn to defend yourself against this Makashi stuff?
He thought he was too cool for school.
He was, yeah. There's another special on the holocron, smoking it. Force lightning happening as well. And Palpatine coming up not terribly great. Resource and a blank. Probably the weakest die.
Not ideal, but 2 blanks. That lightning. Here we go.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Using specials. Gonna get another
Force lightning. If he gets this in here,
this could be just lights out.
Double lightning here would be massive.
Because you get double lightning, you can remove 2 dice and put 2 dice back in the pool at potentially huge rage damage.
Okay, didn't
Doesn't get it, but that's fine. So he's gonna lightning. He's gonna do damage to the Padawan.
And get rid of Makashi.
Remove.
I don't know.
Probably doing Rey.
Yeah.
And he gets rid of Makashi.
All right, it's fine.
And now, what does that do?
These are the new cards. Yeah, been there before. So he gets to roll it back in. Now he cannot chain this over and over because you can't resolve something that's been re-rolled into the pool.
That's right.
So it comes up blank anyway. Well, that's not exactly what you want.
There goes the Ben's journals. Don't need them this time.
No, this time.
Just need pure damage.
And we
got 3 shields.
All right, we got shields. And this is the problem with protection is, right, it's very good at doing one thing, getting you some shields. Sometimes, though, what you're looking for is just some damage.
And Rand not getting that.
But
I think he has the 4 showing, actually.
Yeah, it's a 4 and 2 over there on the sideboard. And so we're picking up the shields right now.
Yeah, because 6 is a lot.
And we can always just resolve for a resource and do 2, right? So here's Palpatine coming in.
Resolve for money.
Does he have to? Is it only when he resolves damage that he has to? That they spread the 2 out?
Anytime he resolves a die. Anytime he resolves a die.
Wow. New cards for me too.
He is the Emperor.
There goes the shields. And BB-8 getting tossed too. So all my favorite cards getting thrown into the bin this time.
And you know that's
and just plus resources. Exactly what you want, right?
Oh man, it's just kind of sliding behind on this damage curve here. And Palpatine gets the damage.
Done. Just done.
Yep.
All right, so throwing the damage out there. Can't force illusion because it is unblockable.
I think that's a game.
Resolving literally just like a Gatling gun.
I mean, that's 8. I think you need 8 to...
And that's 10 total damage. That's pretty close. So doing a lot. So he's going to clear that Padawan out, it looks like, potentially.
So I think he's doing 8 to Rey.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the shield.
Well, and Rey also doesn't have the redeploy asset.
Yeah, that's definitely the right call.
And if that lightsaber moves over to Rey and she's triple stacked like that,
it can be dangerous.
Turn, she can chain out.
It can be really dangerous.
You don't want to.
Because holdout in hand here, so now that's worthless. All that's going away.
All right, we'll see if Eric can, and the lone Padawan can claw his way back into this one.
If a Padawan with a lightsaber and some force protection thinks that they can beat a double force lightning Palpatine, they obviously haven't seen the movies. I'll say that.
Well, oh man.
Oh, well that'll help.
That's what we call blank city. Palpatine could easily just roll lethal there. Like 7 ways to Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, and Rand probably feels that. Don't you love being in that position? There's the vibro knife.
Gotta feel your anger. All right. Need some hot sauce.
That's your best shot at it.
Did not get hot sauce. And has a special on lightning, though, so gonna re-roll. He's just going for the game. He could have specialed there.
Because Eric got a whole lot of nothing as well.
Another special on lightning, and really just coming up nothing.
I think Rand's a bit... He's definitely trying to go for the kill here. I think just, you just got to relax a little bit. Pay attention. Make sure you're making the right plays.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting a little aggressive.
Those
shields are nice.
A lot of money.
5 damage showing.
5 damage showing with everything needed. And there's the high ground. Always has it.
I have the high ground.
Always has it. Floating around.
3, removing so 3. Good. Jeez.
Oh, you're so good, Palpatine.
All right, guard, nice. That's why it was actually maybe a big deal.
Yeah, that is.
But Eric just left with nothing in hand.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
Nothing in play.
You're just you can mitigate all you want, but it's not advancing the board state at all. Yeah. And meantime, Palpatine is coming back through and just needs to see any amount of guns like that.
That's 4. Now you got the shield, so we're really just doing 1 here. That's got to be frustrating.
Incredible. And that's the Force Lightning, too, so it's not even a Palpatine.
Oh, man, it's just 2.
Yeah.
Pop dice are gone.
He's just knocking shields
off. He guarded
now.
those away. That makes sense.
And you might see, Eric might be frisky and get the battlefield here.
Oh,
that's exactly what Eric needed. I feel like...
You just claim and remove.
He can go claim, remove one, and he just needs to roll in next turn and hope to just put some real
willpower.
Hurt in here.
Even
That'll work.
better.
That'll work as well.
Because now if Rand does do damage, you just claim, remove 1.
Now let's see. Do we have enough to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could have 8 damage off of this Padawan at any moment. And that's just close.
He's going to claim, make sure Palpatine doesn't get it.
And so if he hit all of his dice here, he would put Palpatine to 14. Now, if Eric hit all of his dice, he would hit Palpatine to 14 right here. He could do 8 is the kind of limit here, and that's not
3.
bad.
That's 3 and a shield, 3 shields.
That's 3 and just
And
shields
he just
for
needs
days.
to live, you know what I mean?
As long as he can just land this 3. Ooh, that's not a 4. That's double 4s,
4
Zach.
lightnings.
That is double 4s.
Mind
there it
trick,
is.
Get out of here.
So we've only got 1 4 coming in.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Split the Force Lightning and then play some billiards.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to get rid of the holocron side,
Seems
right?
pretty obvious, but you also are getting a resolution.
Oh, he doesn't have a holocron in play.
Oh, that's right. You're also getting a resolution off of Palpatine. So at that point, yeah, you remove
now you go the other one.
the reasonable die.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a money play. Man, Eric's not out of this.
He's
Jeez.
not out of this, but I see a rise again in our future, Zach. I'm going to be honest with you. I like that 5 resources is terrifying, and that's great. It's great for Eric.
You've really got to just hope he doesn't have it.
Boy, it must be frustrating for Rand. I've been in this situation too. You just need to roll up some good stuff.
Just need something.
And you're not. And you're just
need
not.
something.
I don't even know about this reroll, honestly. Because you're only really going to reroll. I guess he's trying to hit +2 on the Vibra Knight.
Yeah.
Feeling a little.
Which he didn't get.
Yeah, it didn't, and that's the problem. A lot of times it's just worse.
Well, sometimes when you're behind,
That's true.
you gotta go for it.
You got to take some chances. Risk management, right?
Get rid of that vibra knife, and you may as well start discarding, right? See what you get. Oh,
All right,
man,
but didn't have the money.
Random
That's the problem. There was actually not a lot of better results on that. That lightsaber. I guess the special would have been
There
nice.
we are.
This has got
Happy
to be
golden
the end,
days.
right?
No, he's got
3
man.
shields. He's got 3 shields.
So Pop can do 8,
5. It looks like 9 to me. Yeah,
4, 7, yeah, 9. 9, you're right.
9 damage.
So 3 and 6, he'll be at 1 health.
Golly, isn't that crazy?
Down to 1.
And then, are we not going to resolve the other one?
Maybe not. Oh, he needs the money for Rise Again, right?
Well, if he's going to play it,
Well,
he'd have it.
He doesn't have the money.
Oh, it's No Mercy. There it is. Boom.
There it
That's
is.
why.
Congrats,
Because you're No
Ren.
Mercy.
All right,
So we're going to
ding,
game
ding,
3.
ding, ding. Round 3. Here we go.
Stick with us. I love the intensity of these games. This is fantastic.
It's just fast-paced, man.
And we're going over to Eric's Battlefield Secret Facility, resolving up to 3 dice showing damage. We can imagine how useful that would have been for him many times last game. And so why is he taking this battlefield, Zach? You have any idea?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit. He basically was picking the battlefield he thought would be least helpful to his opponent. So he basically figured if they have damage showing, and I'm not controlling it, they're going to resolve it anyway. He doesn't really claim the battlefield, so the sooner he can get them to clock out, he's fine with. But he doesn't want to offer any benefits.
Makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. If you're not using it, don't let your opponent.
Look at that open, by the way. We've got
Vibra
Old
Knife.
Ben gets an extra action from Ray's ability, goes into Vibra Knife, which has ambush, gets another action, and rolls 2 damage in with Padawan unblockable.
Yeah,
That
this
is pretty.
This is more common of Eric's deck, where you start getting a couple upgrades out very quickly.
He's running a lot of upgrades.
Lots of upgrades. And it makes sense. He's got a guard here. I'd probably use it.
Yeah, definitely.
Get rid of one of those pop dice. Save 4 damage.
That seems good, yeah.
And
it seems good.
you know, if you rolled a 2 there on either of those dice, you save a load of damage.
Man, Rand, you got to turn that dice in.
Yeah, you need a new palp.
Yeah, just go ahead and open a few boxes and try to find one.
That's right. Here
And
comes Ray.
Rolling up a bunch of resources with Ray there. Discarding the Force Push to get a reroll onto a resource.
He's got another guard showing.
That's
I wouldn't use it yet, but here
Wait.
comes the money.
There's 2 money, and then Rand gonna reroll, and finds the damage now. There's 2. And that
And
2
man,
turns into
he's
4.
using
And,
the money.
Oh, and there's the light bow coming right in. Boy, he loves this board state, doesn't he?
Yeah, and this is exactly what Eric wants to do. He's got upgrades for days, and this next turn is probably going to be some serious hot sauce.
Yeah, pretty well set up here. And there's the interrogation droid. After you activate it, look at a random card in an opponent's hand.
If it's an event, you can discard it.
Beautiful.
And Eric has 1 card left. So he may as well use it to reroll.
Yeah.
It's going to get discarded. It's
gonna get
guard, which is
discarded.
unfortunate.
Don't you love guard? What What an asset to Blue Hero, honestly.
It's so
Just
good.
what an incredible asset. I've got to build this Qui-Gon Rey deck again.
Yep, it's good.
You know what I'll do? I'll do what Eric did. I'll take the basic deck that I was using and then replace the less good cards with
the
better
good cards,
cards.
yeah. It's weird how that works.
So taking the battlefield instead of rolling the interrogation droid, and I guess that makes sense because
Yeah,
it's mostly discard.
Not really doing much for you.
You can imagine Dark Presence with interrogation droid being pretty nice.
Oh man, in draft it was bonkers.
I'm sure it tears things up.
It really does. All right, and so we had the Vibro Knife out, unblockable by Palpatine. Damage goes on his heels. Here comes the Dark Presence. There
Looking
it is.
good, chaining
I love
it
that
out.
he's doing this in constructed. I will say, without Uthaganga, it's going to be probably a little more difficult for Palpatine. That really saved him lots of health in both the first 2 games.
Another Dark Presence.
Woo.
Hello, nurse.
Roll a discard, remove 2 dice.
That seems really
Come on.
good. So you better start resolving. Eric,
Yeah.
Eric gets the picture.
Unblockable.
Does 2
And
unblockable.
that's a 50-50 to remove because he has 3 discard sides. Does he get it? Can he
Yes,
use one
he
of them, removes a die?
does.
That is so much removal.
Oh,
Ouch.
man. This is the new lock, Zach. And sees the trust your instincts.
And he can choose to remove that probe droid, interrogation droid die and discard it, but he does not.
He does not. Just
Farron
wants a
keeps
random
it.
one.
Oh man, here we go. Action chain for days.
Well, hey, this is going to go around that Dark Presence lock. So here we go, rolling it in, and then probably we'll take the opportunity to resolve anything worth resolving.
probably.
Looks like I had the 3 damage. Ah, the beautiful Ray roll. Just my favorite roll.
3
with her.
damage?
Just the 1 and the +2. Just taking care of herself. Going to roll the Padawan in. See if we can get some extras, and there
it
is
Oh man, that's
even
a
more
lot
damage.
of damage showing. Here comes Palp looking for a discard to make him remove one of these dice. Probably that, I don't know, any number of these now. And that probe droid Dark Presence
Doesn't hit it.
Becomes way more powerful when your opponent has very few dice in the pool.
Yeah, which has not happened. And there's the deflect.
Get out of here.
Eric is finding all of the answers this game, no doubt.
Maybe there is a little doubt.
So removes 2 shields of that deflect and then resolves 2 shields, put them back on, and then has to take 2 damage because Palpatine resolved a die. And money going over there on Padawan and Rey.
And this is, I love seeing all of these games back to back from Eric because you get to kind of see how it plays in different scenarios in both sides of this equation. You have the double Dark Presence. We haven't really seen that happening at all. And Eric's just upgrade heavy here, which is exactly what he wants. Getting money, gonna maybe upgrade again, and he does. Upgrades
right
to
into
Luke's lightsaber.
Dang. Man, it's pretty epic, man.
He's bringing the heat. And a lot of times, because he's got these upgrades on the Padawans, you want to go after them. But Rey's looking real saucy now.
And this is just kind of a nightmare for a Palpatine deck to come up against this particular kind of get all the dice out with double discount Padawans. Because now your control, your removal is just not as effective, and you have a harder time staying on top of the damage curve. And the Palp has to do all of this damage in a very specific kind of order. Definitely has to hit that curve, or just isn't going to get things. You have 3 characters. If you can't get one of them off the board because damage being spread so thin,
yeah.
Those dice get to stack up and stack up and stack up, and we're seeing that now. Pretty amazing to watch how these decks play out. There's the No Mercy, all the cards to kill a Padawan.
Wow.
No mercy, Zach.
Jeez.
But at 9, let's not forget, at 9, sitting on the Dark Presence, gonna hopefully that helps so much get those dice off the board, and now going to use those Dark Presence to control the rest. Has
Absolutely.
11 health total showing on the left, 6 health total on the right. This is an
crazy.
intense game. It's coming right down to it, and there
there's
is
some
even
damage.
more damage. Force Illusion comes
nice
in.
Play. He's got +3 showing on his Rey dice, and he got the melee over there on the Padawan.
And he cleared the Vibro Knife too, so this Force Illusion is going to be able to do some work if needed. Here comes, looks like
For 3?
for 3. Yeah, gonna discard off for 3.
And like another thing you'll notice about this game, and this could be really
Could
big.
be a Dark
He rolls
Presence
discard.
play
Did
here.
he get it?
Doesn't
Didn't get it. And he has no cards in hand.
No.
That would have been 2 dice. That would have been a mega play.
That could be just the game here.
Man, oh man. I think you get rid of that actually.
He invested so much in Dark Presence, missed it.
Yeah, because that was what I was pointing out, which is Palpatine not upgrading here.
No,
Right?
get rid of it, trust your instincts, and then
Draw a
does
card.
another one. Yeah, it's perfect.
But that's where, Palpatine doesn't build where Eric is way building. And that's just the tempo of this game. You're running cards like Dark Presence, which can be great,
You really need to limit it down.
but aren't building those boards.
But look
Divide
at
this
look at that
damage.
damage come out though.
We're a single No Mercy away from game.
We're just
This was just crazy.
oh my gosh, hits the money. +2, +3.
Well, he needs
has a focus on the
He's got that
Padawan.
focus. I think you focus into a 3 on Luke's,
Yeah, there it is.
and that's 7. Is that game? Oh my
That's
goodness,
it.
good game. Huge congrats to Eric and Rand for making it this far.
What
and
a
I'm
fight.
Excited to see Eric
Heavyweight
in the next
slugs
round.
right there. Congrats to both of these players. Guys, we have Destiny box subscriptions if you want to get booster boxes right whenever they come out, as well as Saga sets, of course. We'll be offering those for Empire at War and all future sets. Thanks so much for your support, and until next time, keep playing.